Today I'm going to talk about making money, and not just money but good money from having a professional garage and offering services that are associated with it. And listen until the end, because I'm going to show you how you can actually turbocharge your wealth creation through this professional garage. There are several things that are scarce in the Kenyan market. The first thing is garages that are professionals and trustworthy mechanics in Kenya. There are people who are there but can be characterized as either quacks or deceptively expensive motorcar dealer mechanics. This is where you provide the solution. Remember, you make a lot of money by providing a solution that is not in the market and providing it well. You create a brand, you create a name, and you're able to make money from auxiliary services that you offer because of your good name. Sometimes a good name, especially in Kenya, is better than having a lot of money, because a lot of money can go down, but a good name stands strong and is able to bring you even more money. We have so many quack mechanics. We have so many quack professionals. People who fix one thing, destroy another. People who are not even qualified for the job yet insist on doing it and spoil something in return. People who are going to remove your catalytic converter so that they can be able to make money by selling it in the second-hand market, or destroy it completely and remove the minerals therein to sell to somebody who is going to collect these minerals, because again it has rare earth metals and they could make more money. We have a lot of untrustworthy people, and you're going to provide this trustworthy solution. So this big garage, one thing you will not compromise on is being trustworthy. You are trustworthy. Somebody can leave their car to you and it will come out better than it came. Somebody is able to trust you. Be a trustworthy person. Being a trustworthy person in the Kenyan market will not give you a lot of money quick money, but it will give you sustainable, created wealth, that you will make slow money that increases over time and will not stop flowing. In fact, if your name is so good, you don't even need to do any marketing. People will bring their friends, they will bring their colleagues. Word of mouth will bring more customers than you can imagine. So your currency is trust. So what do you offer in this garage? The first thing that you'll offer several services. The first thing is a deep clean. There are very few car washes in Kenya that offer a deep clean. Even fewer garages that can be able to offer a deep clean. What am I talking about a deep clean? Somebody can be able to remove seats, remove seat covers, clean seats, clean under the car, clean engine, a professional job that will not interrupt with the operation of electronics, that will be able to get all the gunk and the gum and the filth from under the seats, over the dashboards and everywhere. One that can be able to make your car look like new from the inside. One that can be able to make your engine not look like a tractor but a new car. A car that will not only smell nice, it will look good, and even where people do not even clean, it will even be cleaner than most people's houses. A deep clean. A clean that somebody can be able to improve even the value of the car in the eyes of people by even 10%, just by doing a good clean. That is what I'm talking about. Somebody who is taking their time to clean the car, whether it is old, whether it is expensive, whether it is not. Somebody who can be able to take care of the car, use the nice chemicals that are not going to destroy things, and be able to polish at the end. A deep clean, a good clean. There are very few places that actually offer a deep clean. Most offer an outside clean, and in the end you even have watermarks, because they use the wrong chemicals, they use insufficient amount of water, or they use a lot of pressure and break a few things here and there. So professional deep cleaning. The other thing is full interior restoration. So your garage is also going to offer full interior restoration. Basically, if somebody's seats are torn, you can even be able to replace the seat covers. You could be able to recruit somebody to be able to offer it as a side job, and be able to get somebody who is doing it well, so that they're under your umbrella and you're making a little bit of a cut through it, or you could employ somebody straight off the bat, but ensure that you do a quality job, and you do not take a job if you will not use the quality materials, because if you allow yourself to do a job with terrible materials, they break down, your name again spoils. People who are going to offer you these good small prices and want the cheapest materials are going to spoil your name. So we always offer quality product. If somebody is not willing to pay for it, let them go, because again, you're creating a name. So restoration, full restoration, dashboard restorations. You can be able to remove a dashboard, be able to join it together if it is cracked, be able to put a material on top of it, and be able to have a clean new dashboard. You can be able to restore it from the end. You can be able to restore the roof, the inner part of the roof of the car, all the velvet on top, and you can be able to replace it and be able to have something good. You can be able to locally use some materials, some leather, something that can be able to actually make a car appear new. No matter how old or classic this car is, you can be able to restore it. Few, if any, are able to do it to the detail that is required. The other thing is external restoration. External restoration and paint work. There are few, if any, paint places that are actually enclosed and dust proof. Most people actually paint their cars in the open air in Kenya, in Nairobi. This is a problem if you want a perfect job. You will always have paint being affected by a lot of sun, a lot of dust, a lot of pollutants, a lot of streaking. I'm talking about somebody who can be able to remove the parts of the car, the wheels and the windows and many other places, and be able to actually paint the car in an atmosphere that is free of dust, and can be able to get several coats and give you a perfect paint job. Not the ones that you just spray on top, and when you look under something, the color is different. It is where you actually do a good paint job, where you remove any dents, where you do all the canvassing of any imperfections to the last detail, where you're able to restore the exterior, restore everything to the factory specifications that were there before that. A lot of places do quack jobs. And again, some of these things just require a little bit more time, a little bit more in equipment and things to be able to do these things. Some even require simple things as hot water, pouring hot water on something to be able to allow it to flex more and to have a perfect shape. But people are not investing in these things. People want quack things. You need a place that can be able to restore a door. If it is broken, they can be able to bring a new one, paint in the exact color so that it matches and you cannot see the difference in the car. Not quack external paintwork jobs. The other thing that you need to offer is rust removal and repair. Rust removal. Very few places actually offer rust removal. Many places are going to weld your car and you will be able to see it as a Juakali job. They will do it like the way they do funny doors. Funny jobs without good seals. And they will end up rusting even more. You need a professional welding job that can be able to remove all the rust, and if there is any structural damage that is affected by rust, be able to restore it to bring the car to the exact specifications. I'm talking about a good job that will enable your car to last years and years. So if the car is affected by rust, you should be able to remove it, restore it, and not just leave any quack welding works, but do a perfect job in the same breath. So that is the fourth task that you can be able to do. The fifth thing is be able to have a maintenance regime. Most people in Kenya do haphazard or sporadic maintenance. You should be able to talk to your clients and mention it and make it very clear to them. If I'm going to be maintaining your car, you need to maintain it like this. This number of kilometers you have to do an oil it. This number of kilometers you have to do this. And before you even start taking clients, you need to do a proper audit of that car. A proper audit. Are the wheels legal? Can they move in the roads? Are the steering components working? And is there any play? Is there any components in the steering wheel that are not working? The brakes, are they the right length? Are they the right? Are they wearing evenly? Are they all the wheel bearings and all these things working? A proper audit of a car. is this and this working? Is it so that when you are repairing somebody's car, even if they brought it for maintenance, you can be able to tell you your car's problem is this, and this. But a lot of people just do quack things, and then you wonder, the car was in the garage the other day, but it's still not working. So even if somebody does not do what you said, at least they know what needs to be done. But a lot of mechanics just offer what you have brought, they do something and then they give you. Fine, a lot of people are afraid of costs. But if you're going to be a quality garage that is trustworthy, you need to communicate effectively with your clients. Because remember, when you want to have a professional garage, you need to look at it like a doctor. You are a doctor. If a patient comes with a headache, you don't need just to look at the headache from the point of the headache. But if you see the hands are not working, the person is walking in a frail manner, you can be able to check, are your hands working well? Is this working well? Not just a headache. Because you are a doctor, you are qualified for it. So even as a garage, you should be able to look at a car and tell the person, this car needs this, and this. And it would cost this, and this. Could we do it? Could we have a plan for this? This is because you want, if a car is coming to you, then it comes out in the best possible position. That this car can drive for so many kilometers without having issues. Remember, a lot of cars in Kenya break down, not because they are terrible makes, not because they are terrible cars, but people are not maintaining it to the right specifications. In Europe, for example, in Kenya, people say, oh, don't buy German cars, they're not good cars. But the thing is, this car's tolerance for terrible maintenance is very small compared to, say, Japanese cars. Very small. So if you are doing shoddy works on maintenance, it is going to spoil. So the problem is not the car. The problem is the user. It is user problems. But a professional garage could be able to tell the person, this and this and this is what you need. You need to repair this car this and this way. Where people are not guessing on the right oils, on the right gear fluids, on the right fluids for the car, but are specific to every car. A garage that can be able to have any car drive in and be able to recognize a problem and provide a solution. In fact, if your garage is able to do such a good job, even on the unique models, you will make a lot more money, because unique models in Kenya, car models in Kenya, actually have a problem getting the right mechanics, because quack mechanics only know how to work on Toyota and Japanese vehicles. When you have a little bit more unique vehicles, you have no one who is qualified enough to do a good job, and very few, if any, are actually available to do on certain unique models of cars. So a good maintenance regime that can be able to tell a person, this is a problem with the car, this is what we need to sort it out. A maintenance schedule that will be able to recognize problems before they come. That you're able to tell a client, fine, I will do the service, you want the oil change, but this car's bearings are actually worn out. After some time, you'll start seeing that when you brake, your brakes grab the wheels and they don't come off as easily after stopping the braking action. So you're able to recognize and say all these things, because remember, it is important that you communicate with your people, because this is where trust becomes in. I would rather somebody is going to tell me the truth. This car needs a lot of issues to fix, and then I choose not to fix them, but I know the person told me. So if the problem comes, at least they told me and I prepared for it. Rather than a person who is going to do one job and expect you to bring the car later. Because remember, you do not spend your life in a garage, taking cars in and out. You need somebody who is going to help you reduce the number of days that you come and use your car for the intended purpose in which you chose your car, to drive you to places where you need to go, not to the garage all the time. Of course, you also need to be able to have the capacity to be able to do road worthiness checks and assurance. And this is where my last point comes in. This is where the money really comes. Remember, in Kenya, people buy cars because of what they think the value of the cars is. In fact, a lot of people actually do a lot of guesswork. You drive a car and you think this is the best car. You have drove it for 1 kilometer, but you don't know whether it can take you for 400 kilometers. People buy cars sometimes out of luck. So if you have bad luck, you buy a bad car. If you have good luck, you get a good car. People do not do the due diligence. And this is where you come in. You can be able to be a garage that somebody can bring a car that you can tell them, this car, even if you buy at this price because you need to do this, and this. The market price for this car is this, but you need to change this and this and this to be able to bring it to this spec, so that when they are buying a car, they have full knowledge of what they are committing to. How much money do they pay for it? And even go further, and this is where you make your money. Start buying cars, making them in the best specifications and in the right use, and selling it with guarantee. There are no places that are selling second-hand cars with guarantee. So start buying cars, restoring them, selling them with guarantee. When you sell them with guarantee, and remember you have a good name. So your garage has a good name. And tell them, I'm going to give you 1 year guarantee that there will be no components that are going to break. The gearbox is going to work in the whole year, 1 year or 10,000 kilometers. Basically, you're now offering a guarantee on a used car that is not available in the market. And people, remember, Kenyans buy second-hand cars. So they will always come to you because you have a good name. And even if you sell a car a little bit pricier, the level of assurance that they have that it is a good car because you have given the guarantee is going to enable them to pay despite it having a higher cost. So if a car is worth, say, 400,000, but because you are giving a guarantee, you can be able to sell at 300, at say, if it is worth 400, but you can be able to sell at 450. The 50,000 is basically your name. And that is where you make the money. That you have sold a car and they are willing to pay for it and buy it simply because the name that is attached to the guarantee is a good name. And that is where you make good money. And remember, you started with offering good services, you started with offering good product, you're able to create a name, you're able to offer several things here and there, and in the end, you're able to even sell cars and sell them at a premium because you have created a good name for yourself. You have demystified the second-hand market. You have been able to provide a guarantee that is not available to second-hand cars, and you're able to sell and be able to create a name. And remember, because you have a name, you sell a car and they still come to your place for maintenance. In fact, when you're selling, you say, in this 1 year, I will offer all technical services free of charge from our garage. So they buy and still maintain being a customer in your garage. You make money upon money. But the most key thing in any business in Kenya is the currency of trust. Be trustworthy. Do a good job. And do not wait to be followed up, but always do a good job, because this is where the money actually comes. I hope you're learning, you're growing, and you're becoming better in your financial affairs. Remember, subscribe to the channel and leave a like in the comment section. Thank you, and enjoy your day.